Hello and welcome to the Bristly Stranger. We're back with Curious Expeditions. Gonna go back to join Richard Burton on his expedition. I think we're going to the mountains this time. Oh, we still had a choice, that was right. But I don't fancy the cold. God, I feel cold just thinking about it. Perhaps I should look that up for next time. Let's rejoin the expedition and find out what's in store for us today. So yeah, I did remember it right. We do have the choice of two different areas. One in the frozen north and one in the mountains of Australia. Now the frozen north's not too bad. I've played this game before, so I know, unless you've got a bit of experience, the beasties in the north are quite difficult. I think we're going to head to Australia to find out what's in store. Well, it's something I forgot to mention. You can mouse over and it gives you a quick summary of what to expect. So these little symbols, they all mean different things. The first one's a missionary's hut. If you have a missionary in the party, you can stay there for free, otherwise you have to pay for the privilege. The next one is a temple. There's two of those. The third one's a portal. Now these can take you to strange lands. That's quite exciting. That might have some good loot. And the last one's a village. Slightly different from the last one. I think the last one was a jungle village, this is a mountain village. It does say the golden pyramid can be found. That is the objective. We've got to find that golden pyramid. Let's head to the Guahaha drylands and seek our fame. At the docks there is a man who collects instruments. That is our quest. We can accept it, we can refuse. Now we have got the drums. If it all goes completely wrong, we can give him one of those and it will complete it. We'll keep our eye out for more instruments on the way though. Obviously we don't really want to get rid of the drums, they're quite valuable. But I'm going to accept this challenge because I know we can finish it. There we go, we've got the Instruments Collector quest. We also get the chance to hire a new cohort to come with us. Now, having played the game before, I know some of these guys. James Sterling the Diplomat, he's a special character. The Diplomat allows you to barter a lot better than anybody else. He gives you a red dice as well. Tim Timster is a journalist. He gives you blue dice. That might be useful because we haven't got any of them at all. But the other good thing about it is he gives you Lewis the dog. Now dogs aren't particularly good, and Lewis, I think he only gets one dice, but it's kind of a hybrid brown dice that can do a little bit of attack. Can do an eyeball, which is normally only available on the blue dice. So yeah, Tim's quite good. And also Lewis the dog doesn't count towards the number of companions you can have. So Lewis and Tim are pretty good. Katetra the translator, I'm not saying that right, am I? She's pretty good. She is a blue dice character that allows you to stay in villages better. Richard Burton's power allows him to do that anyway. So I think we're going to go for Tim Timster. Okay, so there we go. Man and his dog, scout dog and journalist join our group. We can now buy some equipment or improve our animal. The animal improvement will allow our buffalo to carry more stuff. But it costs £50. That's all of our money. We'll have a look at purchase equipment first. We're running a little bit low on supplies. Well, there's quite a lot of good stuff here. The only thing I really want to buy is the first aid kit. I might buy some whiskey just to top up our sanity. Richard got knocked out at the end of the last expedition, and the only way really to bring them back is with first aid kits. And the difficulty is going to start ramping up, so we're going to take a couple of them and see what money we've got left over. Okay, so we could take 4. That's pretty good. Leaves us with £2 left. I think we're just going to say deal at that. You notice there's no barter here, we are just paying our money. So if we want to buy some things next time, we're going to have to think about collecting things that earn us money rather than fame. Obviously fame's the objective of the game. The person with the highest is going to win. Let's take our first aid kits and set off. Expedition 2. The clouds clear. Let's click to speed the boat up and we land. So same as before, we can access the storage, refill the water or just begin. We've already got the water from last time. I always take this just in case. You can always run into desert, and not having water in a desert is bad. If we can't carry enough items, we can always just throw it away as well. Of course, we've got more carrying slots now because we've got Tim Timster in the group. Let's begin the expedition and figure out which way we're going. Okay, here we are on the map. We can't really see much. In the top left corner, we have a compass. This should point us roughly towards the Golden Pyramid. I can notice just here there is a magnetic mountain. Now that throws our compass off. So I think what we're going to do, we'll head to this hill. It takes a third of our movement, but then we'll get a better lay of the land. So we'll do that. There's a bit of a swamp there. There's something there. 10, 12. So if we head here, we can discover it. There's something else up there. I think that might be the village. Yeah, let's just go here first. We'll head back up that way, I think. An elephant graveyard. That sounds fun. I'm going to use the drums. Because, you know, why not? That'll start them recharging. And we'll explore here. So in the swamp, there are the remains of long dead elephants. We can search it. It is a bit spooky. Some of our guys might get freaked out by it. But what do you get from dead elephants? Oh, it took a day. But what do we find? Elephant tusks. Or ivory, which is obviously worth a lot of money. So both of those, that'll be £120. That's pretty good. A little bit of fame if we do need that. 20's pretty good on fame, but I'd much prefer the cash from these. We're going to take all and move on. Okay, on the right of the screen, you can see we have got our 6 now companions. Normally you only get 5. But like I said, Lewis the dog doesn't count towards it. He's a Brucey bonus. If we get rid of Tim, Lewis also leaves. But if Tim dies, then we keep Lewis. Obviously I don't want Tim to die, because he's the only source of blue dice we have. You can see that they've got some green pluses on. That means we can level them up to level 2. I think we can save it for now. If we manage to get more discoveries, we can level up our soldier, which will be better because it will give us an extra dice. Let's head to the southern question mark, and then we might head back up to the other one. And it's a stone circle. And there we go, we got our level 2. So I'm going to do the soldier. We'll promote Newton. He now gets a green dice and a red dice. Excellent. That'll help us out loads. More importantly, he's got more health. The stone circle can tell us something. So if we click on that, it will help us discover locations on the map. So we get a choice, reveal ruins, settlements, camp points or caves. Now we know there's 2 settlements on the map. I'm not sure if the mission shows up as a settlement. I'm going to click on that and we'll find out. Okay, it does. And that nearly filled our star again. Excellent. So we could head north to the mission. I don't really want to do that now. I think we're going to carry on south to the village. We're going to have to pay to stay in the mission, but obviously we can stay at the village for much cheaper. We can't really see where we're going. It did have the option to go back to the circle there, but we can only use the benefit once. Travel to here, new region. It's a cave. We might as well explore it while we're here. I did notice just as we exited that we could have leveled up one of our guys. Okay, bit of a misplay. We want leveled up guys before we do things. We're going to use a torch to explore though. Okay, we have found the remains of an expedition that has failed. Let's have a look at what we can find here. There was still some valuable items. We have replaced our torch that we used. We have some gems. That'll be good. That'll be money. And we've also got a voodoo doll. The doll that brings bad luck on your rivals can only be used once, as it has to be burned in a fire. Okay, so we could keep that for trading, or if it looks like some of the other explorers are racing ahead, we can use it to slow them down. We've got room to take everything, so we're going to. When we get back, I'll use my drum and we'll level up one of our guys. So back on the map, we've snuck 1 hex closer as we've moved into the mountain. That'll make it easier going forward. We can do our level up. I think we're going to go for the scout. If we get 2 level ups with him, I think it's an extra green dice, which will obviously help out with combat. In fact, I've immediately talked myself out of it. I'm going to go for Tim. There are some guns and things that require blue dice, plus it's good to have a variety of dice. So yeah, we'll level up Tim this time. If we get a chef come up, we're going to have to lose a party member, and I'm afraid it's going to have to be the scout. But for now, let's move to here. We're heading towards that village. We've got a shaman hut as well. Now, shaman hut, it can get rid of various bad things, like sexism, racism, alcoholism, lots of bad perks that our guys can get. As you can see, none of them have got any red tokens next to them, so we don't really need to go there. I think we're just going to go straight towards the village. Yeah, that seems right. Let's travel there. The drums recharge, so we'll use that before we go in. Enter the village and find out what's here. It's exactly the same as the last place We can do a trade. In fact, I'm going to do that just in case they've got something great. We are still looking out for more instruments. We don't really want to give the drums to that fella. So let's head to trade. So on the trading screen, there are a few interesting items. There are these flutes. Now, they're musical instruments. They will definitely be what we need. So we'll put them in. They don't need that much trade. I'm going to try and trade one of our voodoo dolls. So we're in the green. We can increase this more to increase our standing, but we don't really need to bother about that. We're on 5. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll try and buy another item. I think we're going to take one of these berries. They do disappear after the expedition. That's fine, it's level, so we can make a deal. But we can use them to raise our sanity. That's a good deal, we'll take it. We don't really want anyone, but we're going to head to recruit. We'll see if they've got anybody else. The thing we're really looking for is an animal that can carry more than our current water buffalo. So on recruit, there's a couple of animal handlers and a water buffalo. I don't think we want to swap anyone in our group for these guys. So we'll head back, we'll have a rest. Okay, so in the night, the chief is offering a feast, but we need to hand over one of the animals to prepare us food. If we hand over Miss Moses, as horrible as that would be, I think we could get the water buffalo from recruitment. Plus, it would make the villagers pretty happy. I think that's what we're going to do. Wow, it increases our standing a lot. Obviously, we've lost Miss Moses now, though. So, while we're here, I think we're going to do one more rest. Recruit is greyed out, so I think we may be in trouble. And a rest in the village again. We'll leave and come back and see if we can recruit anyone. On this rest, one of the natives is asking for our whiskey. Let's give it to him. We can't carry all our items at the moment anyway. So the villager's happy, but drunk. Okay, so that was a bit of a mistake. We've lost our water buffalo. We are now 3 items overburdened. I did have a quick check back in the village. We can't cheekily just recruit another person. But seeing as we can't carry anything, I'm going to enter the village and I'm going to try and trade for their gems. That way they'll stack up and we'll be carrying less items. So I traded for the gems. We are still overburdened, so I'm going to take the water and throw it away.
We're now only 1 over, so it won't use quite so many sanity points.
And we're going to step up to the hill that's right next to us and then eat our berries. The berries are gone. We're now okay for carrying. Okay, there's a gorilla over there. That'll be bad. There's a question mark over here, though. Let's go and have a look at that one first. It's a shrine. Now I'm just going to have a quick swing around the map, get the lay of the land, to make sure I know what's what. So, looking at the map, it looks like this area that we're in now is completely surrounded by mountains, so we've got to head back north. What we can do, we can try and steal the stuff from here. If we're overburdened, we'll head to the shaman shack and try and trade. That way we can still carry some gear, but try and condense it down. But we may have to throw away our rope or our torches. Bit of a shame, but we need our valuables. Examining the shrine, what do we find? We can just enter. Feels like there's heat. Volcanoes? Let's have a look and find out. So on the altar, what do we find? An interesting metal cube. Don't really know what these do. This thing is obviously worth quite a lot of fame and a bit of fun. We've got to take them. I'm a little bit apprehensive. We have got to throw stuff away. Yeah, I think we're just going to take Hull and then we'll decide what we're dropping. And it is volcanoes oozing lava. Right, leg it to the north. And that's where the volcanoes are. Oh, we're going to use our sanity too much to get there. Alright, what about if we... Can we use this? No. Okay. We'll throw away the torches. Still using quite a lot of sanity. We'll throw away the rope. Oh dear. No tools left. Let's head here. Wow, fire! Quick, run! Enter the hut though. Have a quick look. We don't need a cleansing or a healing. Go for a trade. What have we got here? Oh, we've got some more drums. But that's no good to us, really. Will you swap drums for drums? Yes. So we can do a cheeky recharge there. What about the other stuff? The mushrooms give you various effects. The scrolls, however, don't take up weight. So perhaps we could get one of those. Ah, targeted teleportation. That might be useful. Homebound, hill creation. Yeah, I think we're going to take targeted teleportation. We'll try and swap it for this box. He's going to accept it. No, I've no idea what that box does. Yeah, we'll take this deal. It's pretty good. We'll leave now. We use the drums and then we're going to race north. We've got a spare slot now. How far can we get? I'm just going to check out the map. So we can move pretty far. I'm going to only move to here though. Our drums will be recharging. Ah, on the deal they didn't recharge. I've just noticed that. Okay. So we will head to here. Try and avoid the fire. We'll just see what happens. Come on, we'll head to there. The fire is spreading in our direction. Oh, it's gone out. Phew, we should be safe now. Now there is a panther up here. It might be worth using our drums, heading up to here, because our British soldier means fighting increases our sanity. Ah, there's even a question mark. That's another shrine. Risky. We could level up the scout now, but I'm going to save it. We'll use our drum. This is extremely risky, actually. If it goes wrong, destroys this area, we're going to be in big trouble. Let's take one more step and hope the panther comes to us. It didn't. Okay, one more step. It's moving away. And there's a tiger in Australia. Okay. We're going to keep chasing after the panther. Just one step at a time. Yes, we can now have the option of attacking it. Okay, we could do the level up for a bit more health. No. It does improve his dice as well, actually, because this has blank spots. And at level 2 it doesn't have blank spots. We kind of want to replace the scout. I'm just going to attack the panther. We'll be alright. Okay, we've got a fair few dice. Let's have a roll, see what we get. Okay, there's a kick there. There's a brain shake as well. What does that give us? That can go with it. Headbutt. Stun. Well, stun means they lose a dice. I think we're going to do that. That's pretty cool. One of these and one of these. What does that give us? Oh no, 2 of those. Flank. 5 damage. That's pretty awesome. I think we're going to do that. Okay, that means Timster, Lewis the dog even, will be attacked rather than anybody else. Let's do that. Really want to lose him. So let's try and get some shields. There's one. One roll left. There's 2. Excellent. Strong defense. So the panther has lost one of his 3 dice. Oh dear. And the attack should go on Lewis. I think Lewis might be dead. Let's find out. Yeah. Oh no, he's not dead. He is bleeding though. So we've got to kill him quick or he definitely will be. Okay. We have got a puncture. That will make the enemy bleed, but 4 damage should kill them. Excellent. So it lowers our standing, but increases our sanity. What items can we get? Okay, meat, tooth, and pelt. Let's take all of it. We are now overburdened. Like I said, the meat is no good unless we have a chef. So we'll throw that away. The teeth can't count. Yes, they don't. Rather than find the tiger now, we're going to head up here to the mission. Yeah. That sounds like a thing. Enter the mission. Accessing the storeroom. Whatever we leave here will be shipped back home. I think if we leave the horned flute here and the pelt. And this. In fact, we'll keep the pelt and save these here. Now, if that temple has something awful in it, we're going to die. Yeah, that's fine. We can only save 3 things. Another thing, it'll mean we can't close it. So, we'll close that, leaving those behind. Staying overnight, we do need to increase our sanity. We can go and fight the tiger, but let's have an overnight stay first. We have to barter for it. He's got some healing. Okay. This pelt's going to take up some room. And let's give him a teeth. 2 teeth. There we go. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. That's a deal. Looks like we're getting an uneventful sleep. That's fine by me. Let's move on. So with our sanity back, we can't really afford to barter anymore. So we're going to leave and we're going to fight the tiger. We are going to use the drums before we set off. The tiger is back towards that temple. We might have a look at the temple. Let's move to here. We want to attack the tiger on our terms. So we have got to move down a little bit more as well. There we go. Oh, yeah, we'll attack the tiger. Tigers are pretty rough. We'll be alright. Okay, first roll. We've got lots of things. We can do a stun. I think we're going to. Headbutt. Yeah, that sounds fine. Okay, this dice is just straight up damage. 2 damage. Oh, 2 damage, yep, that's fine. We can do this 3. If we get another sword though, we could do 4 damage and 4 shield. So we'll try and get a sword. Yeah, there it is. So it's 1 less shield, but of course we can do it twice now. Lots better. And the last one is only a taunt, but very often it comes up as blank. Which it did. We should be fine. He's stunned, he only has 2 dice. Doesn't get through our shield. Excellent. Okay, 3 rolls. Got another headbutt. Let's do that. Got another paw, claw, whatever. 2 damage. He's got 4 left. We'll save that sword. Let's have a roll on the rest. Do that. He's only on 2. We'll save this one. What's this? Evade. No. If we get a sword, he's dead. We got it. Excellent. So, what loot do we get? Meat, teeth and pelts. Excellent. So we can possibly trade the meat, so we'll keep it for now. We've got plenty of room. We are quite close to this temple. I think I'm going to poke my nose in and have a look. A couple of question marks over the way, but there are some gaps. Oh no! The dog, Lewis, has got an infected wound. This is because he was injured and we were still moving on. We can fix this. First off, I'm going to use the drum. Second off, click on the medical kit and then we can heal Lewis. An infected wound will mean he will slowly die. We don't want that, so we'll treat it and leave. We've still got to examine this shrine though. We might as well have a look. If it's cracks in the ground, I think I may be not going in. And it's cold. That means it will probably freeze the area. I'm okay with that. It will use up a bit of sanity. We should be alright though. Let's think of the loot. Investigating the altar. We have this chain, which shows us where the nearest shrine is. I think we can find them easy enough. The gold skull, however, 70 fame. That's good. We'll take the other for trading purposes. We can always throw it away. That's losing our standing. And yes, the air is becoming real cold. We're next to a shrine, the shrine pendant shaking. We know what's there. So I've got a choice now. Do we head straight through here, hoping that this square is travelable? Or do we go up, knowing we can definitely go that way? Yeah, up. Up it is. As we move, you will see the cold spreading from the shrine. We're racing ahead of it. New region. It's the portal. Really, we want a village. There might be one through the portal. We can't go here. We have got to go lower. Let's have a quick look down. Oh, we could have got through there. I think the cold has stopped now, though. So we will use our drum and then move through the portal. Okay, enter the portal. Might be a risk. Let's have a look. We walk through the arch and walk into a strange landscape. Okay, we go through the portal. We can always go straight back through. We've got more question marks here, though. We do need to rest, though. We've only got 29 sanity. We could take the risk and hope that the first question mark's a rest spot. You may notice that the bad guy, the beastie that's walking around, looks a bit like a dinosaur. And that's because it is. It's a raptor. I don't think I want to fight that. Yes, it's going to cost us a lot of sanity to get to here, though. And there's a 100% chance of something going wrong. And if this isn't a rest spot, we're in trouble. I don't think it's worth it. We only have 25 days before we instantly go back to the normal world. But I think we're going to save our sanity and go back through the portal. Okay, we know this is not a village or a rest spot. Let's find out what it is, though. We can use our sanity to get there, if nothing else. There are. Explore. It looks like a ruined camp. We can now level up Tim Timster again, though. That doesn't give him an extra dice. Or does it? I can't remember. Yes, he's already on these. Maybe it will. Yeah, we're going to promote Tim Timster. Yeah, it does. And another red dice. Lovely jubbly. Tim's also got this journalist perk that's gone up to level 3 now. That means if we do manage to complete the expedition, it boosts our fame. Lovely. Let's explore this site, though. It is an old camp. It is the camp of a failed expedition. It might have supplies. There are animal tracks nearby. Do you know what? This is win-win. If an animal attacks us, our soldier will give us bonus sanity. Also, if we search the area, we may find food or supplies to raise our sanity. Costs us a day, but we found some machetes. Okay, we can't eat them. We'll take them though, but it has attracted wildlife. It is hyenas. Excellent. So, if we take a step to there, we're not going to lose sanity. And we can attack the hyenas. We'll use our drum first, and then attack. There's only 2, we should be fine. Okay, we've got that flank. That uses a lot of our dice though. 5 damage will nearly kill one. What is this? This is a headbutt. That'll do 1 damage and lose the dice. We don't really want to do that. Let's roll the others for now and see what we get. Okay, I think that's a kick. So we could stun this one and then kick the other one to death. That sounds great, doesn't it? Or we could do a rip a leap and make it bleed. I like the idea of that. That'll do 4 damage and I think the bleeding does 2. That might kill it instantly. Yes, it is. So if we go back to the other one, we only need 1 hit. There we go. Bam. This should be end of combat as it bleeds. Yes. Lowers our standing. We're down to standing of 1 now. Yeah, we've been robbing the place blind and killing all the animals. I'm not surprised the natives don't like us. We've got more pelts, more teeth, more meat. We'll take it all. I think we're going to have to drop something though. We could teleport somewhere. We are overburdened. Of course, the meat, we don't really need it. Let's drop that. Okay, hopefully this is the Golden Pyramid. Let's travel there and find out. It is! We are still in the lead. We could be cheeky and try and discover what this is. Yeah, if we go to... No, if we go to there, we're going to use too much sanity. That's fine. We'll explore the Golden Pyramid. So if we enter, we have finished the expedition. I'm okay with that. After weeks of travelling, I knew that my name, Richard Francis Burton, would go down in the annals of history. To England! Do you know what? I think we should really look up who Richard Francis Burton is for next time. So again, we get the success screen. We get a little bit of fame for the Golden Pyramid. New world, bonus for that. We were in first, so we get bonus for that. And we get an extra bonus for our journalist. That is a lot of fame. Let's finish the expedition and see what perks available to us next. So as always, got a choice of 3. This one, Jungle Explorer, reduced cost for moving through jungle. Bullet Hoarder, yeah, find bullets from nowhere. They do take up inventory space though. That'll give us an extra dice, but it's a 1-use item, but we're getting them for free. And increase sanity. Start with 20 extra maximum. Obviously, the more sanity, the further we can go. I think we go for that one over bullets. Yeah, we'll go for strong mind. So the bars show us how well we're doing against our rivals. And as you can see, even before we head to the museum or the auction house, we are in the lead by about 20 odd points. So I think how this is going to work, things that are worth more money, we're going to sell. Things that are worth more fame, we're going to send to the museum. But what I am going to do, the teeth, they don't take up any room. So I'm going to keep them for bartering. So let's start going through. Tiger skin, yeah, we'll sell it. The skull, that's fame. That's fame. Keep the teeth. The pelts, they're worth virtually nothing. Hyena pelts. Now the gems, yeah, 30. That's quite a lot. Now we've got quite a lot of money. It's 60 over 20 though. Yeah, let's sell these tusks. £242. Excellent. And we're over 100 in the lead. Brilliant. As long as we do well on the next expedition, we should be fine. And speaking of the next expedition, choice of 3. The cold, the desert, or the jungle. The desert's not too bad. I hate the cold. I think we're going to go to the jungle though. I know we've seen it before, but I want to be selfish and win this game. But we will save that for next time. If you've got a preference on which one we head to, why not leave us a comment? Jungle, desert, or Arctic? Well, don't send me to the Arctic, please. But if you have enjoyed watching, please leave us a like. And if you're feeling like you want to see more, drop a subscribe as well. Always incredibly grateful if you do those things. But for now, I've been the Bristly Stranger. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.